I'm home cold, you standing trial. Why ain't I see you round back when I was
And so the party gets shut down. It takes about half an hour or so from then before they actually are in their cars and leaving, because they got to get out, and then they're hanging out in the garage area on the first floor just outside the doors waiting for their vehicles to be brought around. And they're taking pictures with fans, they're talking to girls, Puff supposedly inviting girls to their to come to our next party with us, whatever. And while this is happening, their security team are noticing a couple of individuals that are suspicious to them.
Striped shirt.
There's a guy in a striped shirt is one of them, who is seen kind of mad dogging them. And he at one point kind of purposefully walks right through their group, kind of as a,
antagonizing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then Eugene Deal also spots this guy, and this is the famous spotting of a guy in a blue suit in a bow tie who kind of starts walking toward him and Puffy's vehicle, and he's got a handkerchief in his hand. And Deal, I think, kind of flashes his piece at the guy, and the guy turns around and walks away. And so that has always been the focus of, was that the shooter?
Right.
But the description doesn't match. His suit color doesn't match what Biggie's driver said he saw. So there's some discrepancy. So we don't know if that was the shooter or not, or if it was someone connected to the shooter, or if it was just completely random. But Nation of Islam were there doing security that night. They'd been at the Soul Train Awards the night before. There was the hotel in La Cienega that's now the SLS. It used to be called the Nico.
Right.
And so their security team there had hired guys, and some of them were NOI, to work with the celebrities that were staying at their hotel. It was like a perk, I guess, to offer the celebrities some private security to go with them. So there were NOI guys there that we know were dressed in this same attire.
Okay.
So did he see one of them? Was it a random person, or was it someone tied to the shooting? Was it the shooter, or was it somebody conspiring with the shooter? None of that has ever been proven.
So the guy, so no sense has ever been made of who the striped shirt guy was.
No, there's some good theories about it.
What are some of the theories? Has he been identified?
He's never been positively identified.
Okay.
No. The only identification was that I think D-Rock, I think he had said, that's the guy that I saw in the garage.
And D-Rock is Biggie's best friend.
Who was also doing security. I think it was D-Rock who said that. I could be confusing names, but I think it was him. And he said that he said he looked at the video and said, the guy in the striped shirt, that's the guy I saw. But they still don't know who he is, though.
Okay.
So.
But obviously he wasn't. He may have been involved, but obviously
most likely not
the shooter, because the shooting came out of the Impala.
Right. Okay. Unless he went and hopped in a car.
Okay.
And sped up, but then he's not wearing a suit and a bow tie either.
Exactly.
He's wearing just a striped kind of polo shirt type deal.
He's not Superman. He can't change.
No, no, exactly.
So
I don't think he had anything to do with it. At most, maybe a spotter, but I think it was more. He was doing his own thing.
Okay.
Kind of trying.
Coincidence.
It was just a coincidence. Look, he's unfriendly to them. And not knowing these guys are about to get shot.
Yeah. I mean,
it's also heightened tension. I don't imagine there was one singular group that was upset at that particular time.
Yeah.
Right.
And like I pointed out on a video I made, they're a half a mile east of Death Row's offices.
Right.
They're in Death Row's backyard.
Yeah.
Partying 6 months after Tupac is killed, and they think they won.
And not
Tupac's
only that,
dead. Suge's in prison.
And not only that, you're in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Right.
So, people, he could have just been somebody that's just from L.A.
Sure.
Like, hey,
right.
Y'all the ops. Y'all shouldn't be out here.
Right.
Absolutely.
So.
Yeah, I mean, Death Row was Pac was the martyr for L.A. rap music.
Right.
Even though he's from everywhere.
But
and Big coming out and going on the radio.
Yeah.
And doing, was it Long Kiss Goodnight on the radio? Was.
And is it true that Big was receiving threats before his time out here?
I haven't seen anything about that. I don't know if it's true or not.
Okay.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Okay. They put it in the movie, so I didn't know if it was just, sensationalized.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's true or not. Yeah.
Okay.
It's possible though.
So the Impala, it's a guy in the suit. That's who somebody actually identify the guy with the suit shooting out the Impala?
Yes, both Little Cease and G Money, who was the driver. I think they both said it was a guy in a suit and a bow tie.
Okay.
Cease couldn't remember what the guy's what his suit color was. But the driver, G Money, said it was either light gray or a cream color. It was a light colored suit, which doesn't match what Eugene Deal saw outside the garage. He said the guy was in a suit that was like a medium blue color. So that's a discrepancy. But again, the shooting happened so fast.
Right.
Most of the witnesses ducked and didn't see anything.
Right.
The other two guys that were in Big's van ducked. D-Rock said he was looking straight ahead when it happened, and then he just heard the shots and ducked down. And when he looked up, the car was gone. Same thing for the guys in the first Suburban with Biggie or with Puff. It happened so fast, seconds.
How many shots were fired?
I think it was 6 shots.
Okay. How many hit Biggie?
I think he was hit twice.
Okay.
Although I think there were multiple.
Pathways.
Pathways that it went through.
Yeah,
I think 2 were like direct hits. Yeah.
Okay.
1 fatal.
Okay. What was the fatal shot?
I think it passed. Because I think he kind of leaned over and it kind of passed kind of up his leg and up through, and it just hit kind of everything.
Oh wow!
And I think it nicked his heart, and that was
wow.
And it's you hear them on the 911 tapes rushing him to the hospital, but I think the doctor said he probably was gone within a couple minutes.
Wow.
So I mean, it's possible he was gone before they even left